Hello, I'm Dave Peach, and this is the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. See them in person or at tricountybank.net. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Crawfordsville Peachcast. We are Untoasted with Dave Meyer. Dave, how are you?
Dave, I'm fantastic. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be talking with you, talking Godzilla again.
Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. It is movie number 52. I don't know what we'll let. As I've always said, Curtis, you can do the numbering of the episodes. This movie, 1974, director Jun Fukuda.
Fukuda, that's what I see.
Special effects, Terayoshi Nakano, Nakano. Nakano.
I did notice a Japanese heavy, ensemble here, Dave.
And this was not dubbed in. You had to read
You had to read.
You had to read.
Occasionally I picked up a word, Okinawa.
Yes. 14th film in the Godzilla franchise. That's according to Wikipedia. And it was
this was the 14th.
Was the 14th. First appearances of King Caesar and Mechagodzilla, who would be in another one.
Yeah, I looked up. There's a whole. You can really go down a hole, Dave, if you put like who would win the real fight, and people have very staunch opinions.
We will talk about it. We have had past Untoasted Godzilla movies. Episode number 71, Invasion of Astro Monster. That was movie number 9. Do people care about what movie number it was and what episode number it was?
The diehards do, Dave. They do. They're calling us on these things.
Godzilla versus Megalon, that robot monster.
Yeah.
That was episode number 133. It was movie number 42. So we started, Invasion was 9, Godzilla versus Megalon 42, and now here we are at 52, another Godzilla movie. Thank you, Dave, for letting me do this.
I love it, Dave. I did look it up. What do you think, in total, how many Godzilla movies have been made?
Okay, well, there's 14 in 1974. They're still making them.
They're still making them. You are correct, sir.
Now, are the new Godzilla movies, are they a cooperative between Japan and the USA, or has USA and DreamWorks or whoever is doing them, have they taken the franchise over and running with it?
I think it's still a combo, but I think it appears to me that we're much more involved.
And most of the actors are
these days
not Japanese in the movies of Godzilla.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, the later, I would say, of the past 10, 20 years, they were more of North American-based Godzilla people.
We got it. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, 1974. We'll talk about that. I do have one topic before we get to the movie, and that'll be segment 2 and segment 3. Yesterday, and we're taping this again. This is another one we tape on March the 12th. Drew Carey or the game show people never say, "Hey, we're taping this on June 10th, 2023," and
Dave,
you're watching it now. They ever do.
This is a full transparency podcast. The Peachcast is there for everyone to see and feel and touch.
Okay, so yesterday, history in the Peach household, and really history for me going back to, 5 years old.
Okay.
Can you imagine what this is, David? Can you kind of envision? I'll let you in on it. I know you probably can't because you're not working Kreskin's gigs that he's not getting right now because he's dead. But anyway, we love Kreskin. No cable, no remote to flip through the channels. So, but we do have streaming services, and plenty of them.
Yes.
So last night, I was home with a net. What do we do? Where do we go? where do we go?
communicate,
I don't know
watch
what's
television.
on.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, the Seven Little Johnsons or whatever it is, that show, or the Dr. Pimple Popper, or
Yes.
Balin Out Loud, these shows that we watch, we can watch any of them. It's not like, oh, well, Tuesday, the Little Johnsons' new episode is on TLC or whatever. So we're kind of like lost. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, so what I was thinking is, and this would be really, I'm sure Annette would throw something at me. I'm thinking about, well, why don't I come up with a schedule of shows that we'll watch?
Okay.
I think that's a bad idea to even propose. So anyway,
Okay.
what we did was I just got her to the episodes, and she hadn't seen the whole season, so we just went like new season, episode 3 of Dr. Pimple Popper.
Okay.
And we just kept watching it. There's no commercials.
Yeah.
We just kind of keep rolling through. I mean, one kind of blends into another.
They do.
The only thing that really jars you is when they throw the disclaimer that
Right.
this is
You're going to see some stuff.
You're going to see some stuff
if you're
here.
squeamish.
Now, I'm sure you're not on cable anymore, right? Or not on some sort of service, or
I still am holding on to, but may give up after the basketball season. I have YouTube TV. So it's basically cable through your computer, a little cheaper than cable, but they keep jacking it up too.
Can you flip through the dial like cable, or like?
Yeah, I mean, you can. It has you can set it up in different ways, but basically you set up your live. So the television you pick among theirs. You can have them all, but I swallow the herd a little bit, and just basically put the stuff that I want to see.
Okay. Well, we've got Max.
Yeah, okay.
And that's where we got
That's a lot.
That's where we got Dr. Pimple Popper.
Sure.
And I'm, of course, worried about March Madness, and you can stream TNT, True, and TBS on Max.
Correct.
So that means you got to find CBS somewhere on Paramount Plus or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. I think you can probably, Paramount Plus will probably offer a package as a combo thing. But yeah, if you've got Max already, you're pretty good, but you don't have all.
Something did happen last night that was amazing. I don't watch that many Pacer games.
Oh, okay.
But I know the players. I mean, I shouldn't say. I guess I should say, when I say not that many, I mean, I don't watch every game. I don't follow every game. But anyway, so last night I'm on Max. And I see that the Pacer game is on Max because it's on TNT.
Yep.
So I watch the game on my pad while Dr. Pimple Popper's popping pimples, or whatever. So I'm watching the game. It ends up being a 4-point play with 3 seconds to go. Halliburton in the corner wins the game against Milwaukee. I mean, how about that for the first night without cable? I may or may not have watched that game if we're just flipping the dial and everything like that. But because
you were tuned into Max, man,
I thought, well, I mean, I might as well. I'll see what Max was. I didn't know if Max was the local broadcast or whatever, but it ended up being the TNT broadcast.
Sure, absolutely.
With Brian Anderson and Reggie Miller. So, but anyway, a happy bonus. So I guess night one of no cable or whatever.
You had a pretty good. Yeah, it was a very good one.
So you consider, though, let me go back. You consider YouTube to be cable in essence.
Well, it's. I mean, in my purview, it's not delivered right through cable. That's the difference. But basically, you have to have, I guess, you have to have a smart TV or you have to go through a service. They have to have a box of some sort to use. So that's probably the only hurdle. But it's, they started out pretty cheap and they've, pushed it up. It's not, again, it's still a lot cheaper than cable, but it's still a lot of money most of the nights I look and I don't see anything I'm going to watch. Okay. So it's like, but it has like unlimited, VCR kind of thing. So like I'll, record all the Butler games. I'll record, Seth Meyers. Whatever. I'll pick up stuff like that, just random because it's something else.
And Dave, one odd thing about my plight or the plight of our family is that we were actually dumped by our cable provider. They're a smaller provider, and they announced that on March 11th they would no longer be offering cable TV. We could still have internet from them. So we were actually dumped by our cable provider.
Okay.
We did not make it, we'd still be with them, I guess.
You didn't cut the cord.
No, I didn't cut the cord. They told us that they invited us to no longer have their service.
So it was you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's right.
Kind of thing.
Kind of funny, but we'll. I think we're the only thing my wife said when I'm going to Max. She goes, "We're not watching a Godzilla movie, okay?" I'm like,
Dave,
so
they
I guess
are
that's
all
just
on Max,
that's
or
just,
at least plenty of them.
And I did watch Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla on Max. I was happy that I didn't have to pay $3.99. Yeah. We're already paying for it, so we're able to watch that.
And what does it say though that that's on Max still? So obviously, there's a few people that are checking out that movie, Dave.
Yeah, it is still there. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. It is next on the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
Bazing. Wow, that's fun to say. Bazing is Tri-County Bank's Smart Rewards checking account. With Bazing, you have cell phone protection, ID theft protection, roadside assistance, discounts at area businesses, and more. This is Bria French. Contact me or any of our great employees to begin your entry into Bazing banking. Terms and conditions may apply. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Crawfordsville Peachcast, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, Untoasted movie number 52. And as always, there's a lot of similarities in these movies. I'll throw a few out there for David to talk about. We have water, always a lot of shots of water.
Always a lot of shots of water. Things happening in the water, gurgling water.
We have an underworld.
Oh, yeah. We have a very rich underworld cave.
We had a little military. I don't know if we had a lot of military, a little bit.
Little bit, not as much. The Interpol was more of the military.
We had outer space.
Definitely.
Didn't have a guy in a toga that was like 54 years old.
Right. And we had a kind of a weird green Planet of the Apes thing happening.
Yeah. All you need really is kind of a colored couple of machines that make little colors, light bulbs and things like that, and people dressed in weird costumes. I can't imagine the outer space taking up more than what would be your bedroom.
Right. Very small.
We had a strange cave.
Very strange cave.
And that everybody kept going back to.
Right.
Why did they all of a sudden just go to this strange cave? I mean, it's like, oh, well, let's go to this strange cave. Well, let's go back to the strange cave. I mean, the cave was just sitting there, and somehow
the cave was sitting there,
figured that time to go.
Yeah, right. They went there, and it just so happened that was the space hideout, the hideout of the team from planet whatever that was going to be taking over Earth with Mechagodzilla. So, it was weird. And they found the secret button in the cave, and when they would go back and return.
Dave, did the outer space guys hang out in the cave? Is that how that worked?
Yeah, somehow they came down there and created a little office in the cave and kind of decked it out with some colorful lights. And that was the plan. And that's where they repaired Mechagodzilla and got him ready, I guess, for the big fight. Or basically multiple fights, right, was how it ended up working out.
We have the initial fight, which was Godzilla, actually the fake Godzilla.
Yes.
It wasn't actually Godzilla. And they were wondering, well, why is Godzilla tearing all this stuff up? Well, it was the Mechagodzilla.
It was the Mecha, yes.
And
it was not the real. Yes.
And then there was a vicious battle between the fake Godzilla and Gurius.
Yes.
And Angurius actually brutally had his jaw broken.
It's pretty ugly, Dave.
That was as ugly as it gets. The initial brawl. Did Godzilla make the initial brawl, or did he?
This is where I was confused early on.
Yeah. But you gotta just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, you have to. You can't get too far into plot. They do weave it, around. It was some. At first, I was like, okay, who is this guy in the dark shades that looks like Powers Booth playing Jim Jones, and what's his role?
That is amazing because I thought of that myself.
You did?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
wow.
It's so good, Dave, because it's like, this guy's scary. What are they about? And they turned out to be good guys, right? They were a part of the helpful group.
They were smoking. I call them smoking guy and smoking guy with mustache.
Yes, smoking guy. Yeah, mustache. And a lot of smoking in this. If you weren't smoking cigarettes, you had a pipe, right? I mean, the guy was smoking the pipe in the cave at one point. And they were all kind of nattily dressed, too. So, yeah, there's a lot here, Dave, with Godzilla and versus Mechagodzilla.
I had trouble following the two females and some of the characters, and that could have been because it was subtitled instead of having actual voices. Because I follow the voices, it helps me connect the characters. When I don't have that, it hurts me a little bit as far as deciphering who's who. I did notice that right off the bat. It was kind of tough to figure them out because there seemed to be two groups,
right,
at the same working kind of the same angle.
Yeah, it was that was confusing to me, and then there was also this, like at the beginning, the whole prophecy thing with the guy, the grandpa, who is like not a good actor and a young person who's made up to look old. So that one was kind of fun to see grandpa acting old. But
he tried his best.
He tried, Dave. He gave it a go. There were a lot of gestures involved in his work, but yeah, beginning with that person, and then one of them was the daughter of like the scientist guy, I think. And then the other was like almost like a potential love interest for the younger guy. This is where, I'm with you. Like, since you don't know these actors, they don't stick out. They kind of blend together a little bit in this kind of story, let's say.
There was a statue. They found the statue in the cave, right?
And that's the Caesar.
King Caesar.
King Caesar.
Who hangs out in a mountain.
Yeah, like an edge of a mountain. There's this statue of Caesar, and it's a special statue that if you place at a certain place on a certain day based on the prophecy, the reflection of the sun's, I don't know however that worked, Dave. Basically little lasers shot out of the statue's eyes, which then broke open the part of the mountain that Caesar existed in. But wait, Dave, you think that's enough to wake up Caesar? No, Dave. No, it's not.
It is not. No.
It is not, because we're going to go to a different place, Dave. We're going to take one of these two young women down on the beach. She's going to get on her knees and sing like Maureen McGovern for about what seemed like 5 or 10 minutes.
We watched the same movie.
Oh, my God.
Powers Booth and the extended dance mix version of King Caesar, Can You Save Us Now?
I mean, okay, so it's her voice. I know.
We're not allowed to fast forward through these, folks.
No, we watch them, and
my.
that was an extended sequence.
Probably not the most watched part of that movie if you go to the algorithms. Yeah.
No, you gotta be some fast forwarding goes on.
So ultimately, they all get together and fight, as you know. The planet Black Hole Planet 3. You talked about Interpol agents, and several times these guys came out of nowhere to shoot people when it looked like all was lost.
Yeah, well, very much so. And in fact, in one of them, like he was like, "Hey, he felt different." Like no, he fell because he was shot. So that was like, no, dude, I don't know how you missed the fact that you just got your life saved. And then he remembered later, right? He remembered later. But, oh, Dave, yeah, quite
and here's another thing. This is kind of like the old Batman show, Adam West and Burt Ward and all that. They put the people, if they wanted to kill the people, why did they put them in a death chamber? Why not just, there's other, they put them in a death chamber so they had a chance to escape. Did they, I guess maybe they wanted to torture them for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what they were so, were these the people that were fixing Mechagodzilla?
See, these are all great questions that part of the nuance of the movie that
so they ask him to fix Mechagodzilla, and then they put him in a death chamber, or are those other people? I wish there would have been one set of individuals working for good as opposed to two, and then to make it even more confusing, there were two Interpol agents, one with a mustache, one without a mustache, both smoking all the time while they're surveilling,
both with dark sunglasses, and looking somewhat similar. So no, there were let's just say in the world of Godzilla movies, there's possibly better.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. We had a lot of we had
it was fun. It was fun, and it was even like I watched it all the way through, and I was like, is something more going to happen?
And Mechagodzilla's finger missiles. I read that in some
they were devastating
reviews.
And I didn't think Caesar was going to survive, right? I mean, he kind of jumped around. He wasn't really like a guy that you would definitely see as a closer for all the, the statue and the buildup. He was more like he was a feature act, Dave. He's just, he wasn't he wasn't the guy that's going to take down Mechagodzilla for sure.
He was one of the two monsters that were prophesied, if that's a word, to take out the monster that was going to try to end the world.
Yeah, of course.
Who came from outer space.
Now,
I want to ask you one more question about this movie.
Sure.
Okay. They kept finding outer space rocks, kind of some metal.
Right.
I assume that's what Mechagodzilla was made from.
You know what? I think you're right. I did not pick up on that, but that makes sense because they kept talking about that it's, space vibranium or titanium or whatever they called it.
So so the Black Hole Planet 3, there's just some kind of shrapnel that ended up in a cave from their planet. I guess maybe when they're burrowing in their little hideout in the cave, some of the rock got loose, and that's how they picked that up.
It must be.
Now, also, I got one more question.
Okay.
How did we determine that shooting these guys in the face turned them into Roddy McDowall and Planet of the Apes?
Oh, Dave, that was I think
it kind of came out of nowhere.
Right. I mean, I think at that point in the movie, clearly the special effects budget had been blown on the cave and on the monsters. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, what we're going to do is you're going to die, and we're going to spray paint your face green, and then we're going to place this Planet of the Apes mask on it, and then you just don't move. We'll do a match cut here, okay? Works
my.
perfect. I mean, Dave, how much drama did we sit through watching their faces change? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the payoff there was, I'm like, oh, okay, that was something. But yeah, it was a uniquely styled movie, let's say.
Well, the good news is we both have an 8-minute song we can work out to at the gym.
Oh, and it's inspirational, It's inspirational.
Oh my! It was a good one. I tried to follow it, and then finally I go. There's like it's not Wikipedia, but it's like about the Godzilla Godzilla movies. That helped me out greatly. At least as I'm reading the plot and still not following it.
Yes,
I go, okay, I'm
it did
good.
help.
I'm good.
No,
I'm good. I know it's not me. It's just hard to follow.
I felt like the wiki people must have, gone back and watched a few times.
Now, have you gone to that other site? It's like I think it focuses on the Godzilla movies. It's called a wiki something else.
Okay, no,
you need
I
to go to
not.
that. That gives you a little more insight, and that gives you all the animal. The mythical animals,
the history of
like
such opponent.
But I figure that I've seen the movie. If somebody points out things that are in a movie that I've seen, then I'm probably good as far as using it on a podcast. Don't you think?
I feel that way myself.
Yeah, I think so. So it is Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and we will be back. Segment 3, Crawfordsville Peachcast. Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you. Dave Peach here with Brandon Kappas from BK Home Improvement. And Brandon, you have an exciting announcement.
Yes, Dave, thank you. We're excited to announce Zahn's Floor Covering is now Zahn's Flooring and Design Center, acquired by BK Home Improvement.
I understand Bob Zahn will be staying to help.
We are excited to have that, and absolutely, Zahn's Flooring and Design Center is happy to have Bob Zahn still involved in that same local presence they're used to dealing with.
There has been a little confusion. BK Home Improvement is not affiliated with BK Painting or BK Property Management. You are located at your headquarters in Lebanon, Indiana.
Yes, we are excited to expand both brand names inside of both markets for Lebanon and Crawfordsville. Please come visit our showroom at 310 North Green Street, as we will consistently be redesigning and offering new, innovative products and technologies.
And you are still going to say,
Zahn's Flooring and Design Center. We are everywhere you walk.
Dave, that website is called Wikizilla.org.
Oh, okay.
Wikizilla.org, and
that's your Godzilla deep dive.
I think they give you a little more. This movie, you look at it. It was made for $1.2 million. It took in $20 million at the box office.
That's a success. Yeah. That's a big success. Now we talked earlier. 32 total Godzilla movies. That's the number I see. Does that concur with the Wikizilla?
I'm not sure about that, but that almost seems low.
That's what I thought.
Because they keep making
them higher. Well, in the first one, Dave, 1956.
I love them.
I mean, 1956. They were. I thought it was maybe the 60s, but no. So they've been at this a while.
Takes me back
to
those Channel 4 days, the independent TV station, Saturday night, maybe Sunday afternoon, throwing them on there and enjoy.
Now, Dave, what was your first? I remember mine being Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. That was the first Godzilla for me.
Is that the one where they sing "Save the Earth"?
I don't recall the details. I just recall the title and kind of a visual of the Smog Monster. But, that's also Channel 4, Creature of the Black Lagoon was another one that pops in mind there.
There was a lot of, you think about the environment and all that stuff, but the Archies cartoon had a song about the environment. And
Hey.
and Yogi, all of a sudden, there's like 5 incarnations of Yogi. Yogi's, I think it was Yogi's gang battled a lot of litter and poly pollution or something. And it was like a half-hour cartoon show about Yogi and Huckleberry Hound battling Magilla Gorilla, battling pollution and issues of the
Taking
day.
out the carbon. I was going to say, and locally we were doing the Hud Nut Hook, Dave.
Yes, save the earth, save the earth. Well, next up on the Crawfordsville Peachcast Untoasted, it's Bullworth, a movie I have no clue what it is. 1998.
1998. Well, we're going to find out, Dave.
Who's in it?
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty, I believe Annette Bening. It's quite a cast. It'll be interesting. It was made probably a little bit ahead of its time in terms of the political climate, but it'll be interesting to see how it reads, how it plays today. So we will check it out and talk it up, Dave.
It is Bullworth. It'll be next, Dave. We always appreciate you. I know that you've been kind of rolling with the punches back there at the home office. Now you're walking around. You're pacing. But you did a nice job.
It's good to be moving, Dave. Yes, I was a lot of February. I was less than myself, and now I'm still less, but I'm much more.
Well, always, Dave, make sure you know where your pepper grinder is.
Oh, baby. Keep it close.
And until then, we'll be watching episodes of 10 Speed and Brown Shoe.
Yeah.
And enjoying our life. David, we'll talk to you next time.
My pleasure, Dave.
How about that? We'll talk to you next time.
Next time.
Yeah, okay. It's the Crawfordsville Peachcast, again, sponsored by Central Indiana Rubber, CIR, also BK Home Improvement and Sans Flooring and Design Center. And we always end every episode, 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Hello.
Todd. Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. I'm Dave Peach. Join us every Thursday for a new episode on Apple or Spotify. Please like, subscribe, and download the Crawfordsville Peachcast. This podcast was produced and edited by Up There Media and is a presentation of Fork Broadcasting Digital.